everybody. Welcome to the half hour of power. I am joined by my special guest, Mark of the Toys
From
of the
the
Time Go By. There,
yeah,
Mark.
I'm here.
It's good to be back.
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately, Brandon couldn't be with us tonight, and this is actually
Woohoo!
this is a spur of the moment one. We actually get a chance to do kind of let's do this type deal today, right?
Yeah.
We don't do that often, so we thought we'd take advantage of this. I saw a quite exciting article, and I had to send that to you.
Oh yes. I read that. I read that article. Interesting. Oh boy, look at it.
It's got nothing to do with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
It doesn't.
fortunately, but it does have something to do with a new movie from old. What do they say nowadays? They call it content or IP. They don't actually call it art anymore. Shall I bring this article up? Let everybody see it.
Um, I guess so.
All
Are
right,
we the?
I know how you feel. I know. There you go. So, J.J. Abrams to reboot Krull. J.J. Abrams. What you don't read there in this is J.J. Abrams, the no talent hack, is attached to Krull. J.J. Abrams, who made a 2 hour Star Wars audition movie with Star Trek characters. Yes, I stand by that. Well, I did think his first Star Trek movie was pretty all right. It did feel a lot like a Star Wars audition movie.
Kind of like
What
a
about
little
you,
bit like
Mark?
that.
Am I being too hard on that movie?
Um, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
like
I
Star
liked
Trek.
it, and I do. I have that DVD of that Star Trek movie. I do own that. But
Yeah.
there were a lot of places where I was like, yeah, "This feels like this is a Star Wars audition movie." But yeah, so I mean, I think he's only made maybe 3 good movies. Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I
Maybe
like
a half
Mission
a good movie.
Impossible. I like Mission Impossible 3. I thought that was pretty good.
I'm not into those.
You didn't like Mission Impossible 3?
I didn't even watch one.
Oh,
I'm not into.
yeah.
I'm just not into those
Um,
movies.
I did like Super 8. I thought that was really good.
Super 8, I like that. It was good.
And I can't think of what's beyond that except for the Star Trek movie.
Yeah, the
I mean,
Star Trek movie's okay.
I guess The Force Awakens is okay, but it's really not that good. Uh,
Yeah, it's not bad.
okay, let's take a look at this article here. Rebooting Krull. So I love Krull. I love that movie. What about you, Mark?
I haven't seen Krull in 30 years. I literally don't even remember anything about that movie, but I want to watch it again. So I want to watch it after 30 years of not seeing it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in quite a while either, but this is one of those movies, we grew up with the cable TV and all of that,
Hmm.
where when that was on, we would watch it as
This is
kids. It's like
this is
if
not Krull
Kroll,
the Conqueror.
no, if Kroll was on, we would watch that as kids.
I'm sure. I'm sure I definitely did watch this
I
movie, and I
mean, it's
just can't.
got a giant spaceship, giant aliens. It's got lasers in it. It's got some medieval type stuff in it. You got the glaive there. It's got the picture of the glaive right there. It's got a good cast. You would recognize the cast. I thought it was great.
Oh yeah, the cast is the original call is a pretty good cast.
Yeah, there you can see. Here's a picture of Liam Neeson and Robbie Coltrane in the back.
Well,
And
look how young he is, Robbie Coltrane. He's not really that tall though.
yeah, yeah. You got um,
He's
all in
not Hagrid size.
here with the big axe. Um, you could recognize him. I've recognized him from a lot of movies. Good character actor there. Yeah, I mean, it's got a cyclops in it. It's got a giant spider in it. It's got witches in it. It's got everything in it.
It's got everything you need.
Everything you need is in it. You've got your background. You've got the evil overlord's face right there.
Yes,
This is such a cool movie, but it bombed big time, bombed hard, right?
yes.
There's a better picture of Robbie
Wow, look at that.
Coltrane right there.
Before
Um,
Hagrid,
yeah.
his best known role.
Yeah, so yeah, Krull is his best known role. You're right.
Absolutely.
Right there is the original Harry Potter right there. See, he's got his wand right here. Look at
That's
that.
right. That's the
But yeah, so I'm not really impressed with J.J. Abrams doing this. How about you?
you know what? I don't my problem is they're taking these movies that really don't need reboots and they just want to modernize everything. But they need to just leave them alone. I mean, there's no reason. It's just like taking the movie Die Hard and rebooting it. And for what reason? There's no reason. The
Yeah,
first movie is brilliant. There would be no reason to do that. Why even bother to do it with these older movies when they came out? Leave them where they are to
yeah.
let somebody enjoy them.
I don't see a reason to either. It's like I said. I watched this all the time when I was a kid. Me and my brothers and sisters, if it was on,
Mhm.
we were watching. It didn't matter where it was. Um, but geez, Warner Brothers is going to do this. Warner
Oh,
Brothers is rebooting Krull.
they don't.
Warner
They're
Brothers,
running out
who's
of idea. You know what?
Hold on now, hold on. You remember this, Mark? This is where I'm getting at. Warner Brothers, who's hurting for money, who's selling stuff off, who is canceling projects and not releasing completed projects. Warner Brothers.
They're looking for lightning in a bottle. That's what they're
This
looking
isn't
for.
lightning in a bottle. I mean, I hear you, but this isn't lightning in a bottle.
Well,
What do they
you
think
know,
they're going to do with this? Is this going to go straight to Max? What is that? I mean,
I I don't
what
know
do they
what they're
think
going to
they
do
can
with
do
it.
with it? Are they
But
trying to do something for some companion piece for Dune? What is that? I mean, they totally screwed up their comic book movie universe. They screwed that. There is no way that should have happened. And they
well,
think that putting James Gunn and Saffron in charge is going to fix it. Well, I don't understand what they're getting at. I mean, I know this is like early news, but Warner Brothers, like we've talked about here, you, me, and
mhm.
Brandon have talked about here, Warner Brothers has been screwing up comic book movies since 1978. What makes people think they're going to fix it by putting James Gunn and the Saffron fellow in charge? I like James Gunn. I don't really know Saffron that much, but
They think
bless his heart. I hope he does fix it, and I hope I'm wrong that he can't fix it. But they haven't been able to fix anything since 1978. This is Warner Brothers. You
yeah.
got The Exorcist coming out. We've been talking about The Exorcist since we first heard the news about
Mhm.
it on this show. This is the studio that made two versions of the prequel. They've got so much money floating around. They made two versions of the prequel. You and
Oh
me and
yeah.
Jesse have talked a lot about that. They gave him Rennie Harlan like $40 million. $40 million to
Hmm.
remake that movie. So is Warner Brothers really hurting for money, or what is this article? You know?
You know what? I don't know. I can't tell you if they're really hurting for money. I'm not. I'm not sure, but if they're trying to make, if they're, I guess they're looking for a successful movie. I guess to bring them out of their little hole. I have no idea.
Yeah, but Mark,
Yeah.
they've got Barbie right
Well,
now.
yeah, that's true. Barbie brings it out of their little hole.
So,
Too.
but how much can one movie save the studio that's hurting so much? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me,
Oh,
but I know they're selling stuff off. Like I've said, we can go look that up and talk about that later if we want to. They're selling stuff off. They've already canceled Batgirl. I mean, Batgirl's not being released. The movie's finished. That's not being released, of course. That's old news. The Flash
yeah.
bombed hard.
And that was not a bad movie, The Flash.
Yeah, and that was a good movie. The
I
Blue
don't get
Beetle bombed.
no, but I
The
don't get.
Shazam 2 bombed. It looks like Aquaman is DOA. So what I think confuses me the most is, and I love Krull. How do they think they're going to take this movie that bombed and make it a success? Like nobody but you and me and other nerds like us,
We know about the movie.
know what Krull is. And I know there's a lot of us out there, but is there enough of us to make a new Krull success? And is there enough of us who care about J.J. Abrams after what he did to Star Wars and Star Trek to give a
Well,
crap about what he does with Krull?
well, you know what? Um, a lot of people are not going to even know who Krull is,
Yeah, I mean that's just
especially
what I
younger
said.
people,
It's
and
these they're not going to know what it is, but
they're going to
are
think
they
it's a
going to
new
give a
movie.
crap about it because Star Wars and Star Trek are fresh in their minds from what J.J. Abrams
Mm.
recently did? That's not that long ago. So are
They
they
probably
are they
think
gonna
Krull.
are they gonna forgive J.J. Abrams for that?
They probably think Krull will be a new movie that they
You
never
know
heard
what?
of.
I think you're right. They might think it might be original.
Yeah, that's
They
all I
might.
can think of.
That's yeah. I mean, that's seems like a good guess to me. Uh,
What's
okay.
this movie,
Hey, Mark,
Krull?
so I don't remember this, but was there ever any toys from Kroll?
Not that I know of. No, I don't think so.
Because I
No,
mean,
because
look
usually
at
when
that.
they
This
do,
is like you could make these Kroll action figures like He-Man action figures, and they could
yeah.
fight.
Well, you know what? Like if the movie bombed, a lot of times they're not going to just they're not going to put money into marketing.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
a possibility that they were going to, if it was going to do well, they would have probably had Crawl 2, Crawl 3, and they would have made
Yeah.
like toys
Well,
like
I'm
they
not
made the
seeing
Indiana
anything.
Jones, huh?
I just did a quick search. I'm not seeing anything pop up straight away except for custom things.
Yeah, I don't think they did
Yeah.
Crawl figures. It's
Oh
too bad
well.
though.
Oh well.
It's too
That is
bad
too
though
bad.
because
That is too
they could
bad for
have did some
them.
good marketing for it.
Yeah. And I don't know exactly why Kroll bombed like it did. But maybe
Hey,
it just came
mom.
out. What's
Hey,
that?
mom. Oh, there's the new Krull doll. Oh, I'll get that
Yeah,
over He-Man.
because it came out in 1983.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of competition in 1983. So maybe it just got lost in the shuffle. And maybe this is something we could talk about because I've been thinking about, and Jesse and I were talking about it, about doing
Mm-hmm.
a Kroll movie
Hey,
show.
that's a good idea.
So maybe we'll do that and we can kind of get into it a little bit more on that. See why that might have bombed in
What if we
1983.
revisit it?
1983, I mean, that was like I'm just going to look at a list real quick and just name some things that came out with it. Okay, you ready for this, Mark?
Yes.
1983 was Return of the Jedi,
Well,
War Games, Octopussy, Sudden Impact,
oh,
Staying Alive, Mr. Mom, Risky Business. Those are the
oh
top
my
10
God.
films. the top 10 films of 1983.
Those are
Okay.
big hitters.
Yeah, and they got your favorite Amityville 3D came out.
Yes.
Also, BMX Bandits came out. Right.
Yep, that's my favorite.
So there was a lot. I mean, just naming the top 10 there. Um, Daffy Duck's Fantastic Island, Doctor Detroit,
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Detroit, Eddie and the Cruisers
Wow.
came out. Flash Dance came out in 1983. So there's a lot there. But you know what? We'll go into that more when we do the Krull show. That'll be fun. But what do you got coming up for us on the Toys of the Time Gone By? You working on anything special over there? I see you got stuff coming out from time to time, mostly toys.
Well,
Um,
yeah,
unboxings that you get. You got anything
yeah.
special planned for October?
Oh, that's a great month to do some pretty wicked stuff, about it. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of new Masters of the Universe stuff coming out that I could talk about. I want to talk about. I do some unboxings on my YouTube channel, and I still have some stuff that I want to bring out that I already got that I want to do videos on too. Like
Okay.
Snake Mountain. I have Snake Mountain, the new Snake
Yeah.
Mountain. It's awesome. I want to do like stuff on the new Snake Mountain, and um it's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming out for Master of the Universe, and I'm interested in bringing it to all my viewers. I mean, the the little that I have.
Oh, please. You've got a lot. Stop being so modest. Um, but well, Brandon and I in October, we've got coming up, we're going to do Frankenstein.
Oh, cool.
All October, we're going to do Frankenstein movies, primarily trying to focus on the Frankenstein movies that are telling the story of the book, of the novel. And also, since The Exorcist comes out in October, we're going to do The Exorcist, The Believer.
Oh, yes.
And then hopefully somewhere in the beginning of November, I'd like to do Brandon and I would like to do the you and Brandon discussing which movie is better, The Pope's Exorcist or The Exorcist.
Oh, God.
So that might be a fun thing to do on the 50th anniversary of The Exorcist.
I could tell you. Well, I'm not going to say it, but
So
I could tell you right away what I think. But I'm not going to say it.
I know what you think. I think you know what I think too. But I told Brandon that was a bold thing to say.
Very,
But
very bold thing to say.
you know, that's why we like Brandon. He likes to think
Well,
outside of the box. He likes to go against the grain. That's what we like. That's what you and I like to do also. So we all fit.
what about the no Thanksgiving movies for November?
No, I don't know. You know, the big Thanksgiving movie might be Krull. I don't know.
It could, well,
I
you
mean, we've
never
had
know.
some things in September we haven't been able to get to, but
I'd be interested in Krull. I want to go. I want to watch it. Maybe get some
yeah, that would be a
fresh
fun show
eyes
because
on it.
I've gone back and rewatched a few movies from my childhood. Some of them don't hold up, and then some of them just are like, wow, that's even better now.
There was a movie called Street Trash. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure it would hold up now.
It might, it might. But anyway, that's gonna do it for us. It's just a quick little rant about this bizarre fetish of rebooting things. And you know what? I do wonder, and I do hope that if they do go through with it, that it is good.
Yeah, I
And
hope so. I
you
do
know,
hope.
I really don't hold out any. You know, I guess I'm cautious. I guess because if it's good, If I like it, I will say so, and I will say I am glad that I was wrong about this being bad. So that's
I kind of look at it at the point of this. We know Krull from the 80s. So when they reboot something that we know, we're a little bit more critical about things like this. But when someone doesn't know or never heard of
yeah,
it,
yeah.
they're
Well,
going
there
to not
was
be.
the other thing that got me about this was there. I haven't seen very much about this recently, but like a few months ago, I was seeing stuff about them redoing Time Bandits.
Oh boy.
And that sounded atrocious. It sounded
I
like it was
don't know.
supposed to be a TV series or something straight to streaming series. And it was just didn't sound very good at all. Terry Gilliam wasn't happy. Tiki Watiti was involved. I'm not sure how much involved he was. I'm not sure if he wrote everything, is that's what I mean. I'm not sure if he wrote it all and all of that fun stuff, but did not sound good at all. So here we go with another fantastic 80s movie, fantastic science fiction fantasy movie from the 80s that they're going to mess up.
They just got to stop and get ideas because they're running out of ideas in Hollywood. They
Yeah.
just keep going back to the old ideas that worked,
Yeah. Well,
and they're just trying to ruin them.
let's do this. So, hey, Hollywood, everybody, if you're paying attention, why don't you find something that is just a piece of garbage and remake that,
That's a good idea, actually.
like Avatar, except make Avatar good.
It's really a good idea that they take a movie that was really horrible and then make it a good movie.
Like Avatar 2.
Well, I don't know
Make
about
that
that.
horrible piece of crap
I
movie.
don't.
Make it a good movie.
I don't agree. It's a horrible movie. I can't agree. It's a horrible movie.
Terrible
I didn't see it
movie.
yet.
It's
Avatar
background
2.
noise.
Background noise.
All right. Well, Mark, thanks for being on and sharing your thoughts about the Krull reboot or
Conspiracy.
whatever they're calling it nowadays.
The Krull conspiracy.
And yeah, everybody go check out Mark on the Toys of Time Gone By.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll talk to you all next time.
All right.